Oh my God. Oh, jeez. Hi, I'm Ilana.
Hi. G'day, I'm Sean. And we are
The Downunder Cruisers.
Welcome, welcome.
Oh, we're trying to recover. Jeez.
Very busy morning.
It
We're
has.
exhausted. We have been just
very
traveling.
unbelievable. Yes.
In the time machine.
We had this group of people come and join us. I mean, we went and joined them, this group of people, and oh my God. Okay, before we bring them in, let's start at the top. Let's say hi to a few. Whitney, welcome on board. You're first up. Good on you, girl. Well done. The Tyler Show, welcome in. Hey, Larry.
Larry, good to see you.
Good to see you for a change. Hey. We got this party started. Larry, we got this party started. Let me say to you, mate, you need to get your party started so we can come and watch your live stream. Okay. All right, Larry, you win. I'll shut up.
Well, yeah.
Yep, I'll shut up. Okay. Hey, Melbourne. Malcolm, welcome, Melbourne. Malcolm, welcome on board. Nice to have you from the other side of the ditch.
It's been very hectic this morning.
It has. Flat on busy. So, Malcolm, welcome from your side of the ditch. I'm wondering if we've got any other Kiwis on board. Be nice if we did. First of all, to those that are the other side of the pond, happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. We wish you and your families a very happy, healthy, and safe day today. Tomorrow. Yeah, we're in the future.
Legitimately, we are already in the 4th of July.
We are in the
we can say
that's right. And just going through, we've got a couple of greetings, which is nice. Tammy from the Life Adventure Show, welcome on board. Nice to see you. Tammy? We've got some people here. Do you know these people?
I've never seen them before.
Never. I thought as much.
We have a clue who they are.
Yeah, no. Okay.
No.
Okay. Maybe we'll find out a bit more of them from wherever. Okay. What else have we got here? Ilana. Is that a cute koala? The green screen is making it less. Yes,
we were just having a debate about the colour of its little coat.
Yeah, absolutely. And I noticed we've got somebody over here now. Hey, Ruffy, yes, we have Under the Sea. This is actually from the Melbourne Aquarium. This is where we are.
We're still recovering. We're now making our way under the sea.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I've got to tell you exactly who we're recovering from. There's this group of people that we've had on board, and we definitely have to, I don't know, it's just
we have to reciprocate.
Yes.
Because we had the pleasure of being in their home.
In their home port.
In their home studio today.
Yep.
And they're now going to join us in our central.
Hopefully we can get them. Yes, hopefully. Hopefully, if everything goes according to plan.
Across the airwaves.
Yes. That's all.
If there are no gremlins in the work.
Yeah. Got a couple of gremlins feeding us right now, but we're getting there in a second.
Let's hope so.
Yep. Okay, so it is going to...
Well, I hope you're having a good night and that you've got your celebrations if you can. I don't know. Are you allowed to have COVID celebrations for tomorrow? Are there going to be fireworks and parties, etc.? Or is that not allowed this year?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Well, it's a very good question.
Oh, I'm glad it was a good question.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
I'm glad you asked it because I wouldn't have a clue.
Well, I didn't have a clue either.
No.
Hi, Ilana Cantor. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, welcome, Ilana. Yep. Oh, now here we go. Should we or should we not?
Have you had your shots, you people who are? Are you all vaccinated and sterilised and homogenised and pasteurised?
Can you keep it clean
before you cross our borders?
That's what we forgot. We forgot the vaccine. You did hand sanitizer at least?
Oh, hello.
Our mask.
I'm sorry, what?
Our mask.
It's all right. We'll just put you in the background and then you'll be fine.
Wow. Who's here?
Welcome aboard, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you, but I've got my
Welcome to our home.
Tim Tam Slam ready to rock
Oh,
as
yes.
soon as I'm ready to go.
We're going to give it another try
Yeah,
today.
I won't do it right now, though.
No.
First things first. Welcome on board, us and more.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
for an amazing live stream earlier on.
I know we had some random strangers crash it though.
I know. They just
So
crashed
weird.
into our own studio and just took it over.
We enjoyed being over there. Now it's your turn to come over to us.
It
You
was-
got your Aussie accents ready?
You guys were so abusive, you know that.
Sorry, mate.
Oh, well,
Good chat.
Just to go back
Okay.
in through the chat for a
Oh,
minute.
no, I didn't go to it.
There's a couple there. Malcolm says, had breakfast at Melbourne Aquarium a few years ago. Yep.
oh, that's our background there. Oh, you've got two heads there, Sean. Oh gosh, so do I.
Listen, we're not Tasmania. Oops.
Oh no, oops,
Not
sorry.
in-
I was going to say New Zealand.
No. Let's
Sorry.
keep that clean. Ilana, welcome on board, Ilana. You love our pick. That's great. Thank
Thank
you.
you. And I think Larry Plump Travellers is saying hello to you, Ilana, as well.
Yeah. Where we got it? Where we got it? Oh, there we go.
Up
Is
top,
up-
just there.
there?
Yep.
That one there? Oh, yeah. Well done. Larry saying hi to
Ilana, the other Ilana.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Whitney is saying to Plum Travellers, hey, Larry, I opened Marco Polo today and closed the app. Had a bit of anxiety. Yes.
Wow.
Whitney, I can fully relate to that.
Yeah,
one.
no kidding.
You know, every time.
That's what you get for missing a day.
You can't miss like 2 hours. You'll have about 1,000 messages missed.
Yeah, but the problem for us is everything you do is backside of our clock. So you guys are nattering away. We open up and have heart failure because then we just
Nice.
even the ones on the Downunder Cruisers, which I find quite amazing. Yeah. Rafi, welcome aboard. You're watching Hamilton right now with kids. No, so one ear on us and one on the TV. Well, God did give us 2 ears and 2 eyes, so hopefully you're keeping the good side going in the one ear.
Nice.
Yeah, I
hope you
understood.
understood
Nobody
that.
else did. Whitney's sure there'll be plenty of private fireworks. Well, you should have been on that.
Whitney, I already hear him around my house. I hear him ever since we started our live show.
That's why Patrick won't leave.
That's why another reason why Piper was crying earlier.
Oh, they're going off early, are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's one for you, Heath.
thank you. Wow. Thank you. We'll wait for ours to turn up. Our Jamaicans? Jamaica? Or did they come of their own accord?
Larry's decided no fighting. Yeah, okay. I won't fight with you, Larry, I promise. Looking a bit further down in the chat there, we've got Larry saying that, are you eating chicken nuggets?
No, we're eating popcorn.
No, eating kiwis. We don't eat kiwis.
No chicken nugget birds.
No.
Malcolm says, Tassie cop it again. That's what you get when you have 6 fingers. Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
That's we were talking
That's
about
right.
your 2 heads.
Yeah.
Our 2 heads. Yep.
Yep. Whitney says, Melbourne isn't so clean. I've seen an article
Yeah.
about the quarantine hotel.
Oh,
Yes, Whitney, bad
Scandal.
news. It is a scandal. We've got a current situation where the coronavirus has caused 36 of our suburbs to be shut down, all coming from people have been put into the quarantine hotels. In every other state around Australia, the military have been running security for those hotels, whereas in Victoria, our state, they've been done by private security guards. And the private security guards have been, shall we say, less behaviourable, as in sleeping with the guests and doing other sorts of things.
should we say allegedly before we?
Yeah, sorry,
let's say
allegedly.
allegedly,
Yeah, because this is going forward in an inquiry. So
High
I could,
probability of such.
and spreading
And sharing.
spreading the love around.
and as well as
Spread the
as
love
well as the
around.
virus.
No. Yes.
So yes, our state is currently under lockdown.
We are
from
in
every
the
other
doo-doo.
state.
We are in
Yeah.
the doo-doos at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. You know the naughty corner. Go to Victoria. Viso, every time he opens up Marco Polo, he has 300 plus in every group. Yeah, you're lucky. I wish I had 300. Let's see. Larry says, you're in the future. You should be able to fix everything for us. Yeah, wishful thinking.
He's asked a good question now.
When is
Larry,
your...
I've been trying to get him to give me the lotto numbers for weeks.
Yeah.
Well, we can give you our lotto numbers. I don't know if that would be helpful to you, though. We're happy to give you our Tats lotto numbers.
Yeah, they won't work, though.
Well, they might. You never know.
But then the problem is if we win their lottery, we've got to share it with the government.
True.
I'd share.
They said share with the government.
We don't pay tax on it.
I'd share with you.
I don't mind sharing it with you. I share it with the government. That's the problem. We don't pay tax on ours.
On winnings?
Really?
Nope.
What you doing, baby?
No, I'm winner.
So when are you moving to Australia?
Let's see. How fast can we get the house packed up? Screw with everything today.
So
when is our 4th of July? Okay, we have Australia Day, which is January the 26th, which is we commemorate the landing of the First Fleet, Captain Arthur Phillips, stepping foot in Sydney Cove.
now the Aborigines would class that as being Invasion Day.
So it's, a bit of a controversial day. Yep.
The Canadians, when do you guys have your big day? And Malcolm, when's the big day in NZ? What's your big day in NZ?
Canadians had it on
The 3rd?
it was just the other day.
I gave her some.
I don't know.
Are you feeding someone under the table there?
Piper.
We've got Spikers in here. Welcome, Spikers.
Hey, Spikers.
Hey, Spikers.
Hey, Cindy.
Yeah, 1st of July is kind of good.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, guys, popcorn on a Friday night. What are your plans for 4th of July?
Is it party?
Everybody's like not allowed to do anything.
No, you're not allowed to. Not allowed to gather.
Still not allowed together.
So how can your president be having big rallies?
That's a great question.
Yeah, am I being?
I'm
Yeah,
allergic to a lot of things in like this
being controversial.
of the fireworks. So we can't set them off at the house, but we can go outside and they're like everywhere around our house. So
I can literally sit out on my front porch and watch people set off fireworks
for like 3 hours.
for 3 hours straight.
Are you allowed to buy fireworks and set them off yourselves?
You are in Florida.
Uh-huh.
Some states you're not allowed.
Okay, we're not allowed to either. We've had too many people losing fingers and burning their faces.
We don't care about fingers here.
You've got your toes.
Yeah, as long as you just keep the whole arm on, you can lose a couple fingers.
Okay. Yeah, and you've always got your toes.
Larry says that in Canada they throw in a couple of dollars. They don't pay taxes either on their winnings.
Can I just ask about Canada Day? What is it that you're celebrating? Is it becoming a republic?
Happy 4th of July from the Spikers. Malcolm
Waitangi.
says that February the 6th is called Waitangi Day. It was called New Zealand's Day for a few years, but it's not a big deal here. Malcolm, Waitangi Day, we did, even though we did do our special on New Zealand last week. I'm curious, Waitangi Day, what are we celebrating? Are we celebrating the treaty that was signed, or are we celebrating? What are we celebrating?
Yes.
Um,
Canada's birthday, as encountered as of from what was it a specific date or event, Larry?
There was one here from Malcolm saying that they can light fireworks 3 days before Guy Fawkes Day, which is the 5th of November.
Yeah, remember the 5th of November.
Hold on, what is it? Before Guy Fawkes Day?
Guy Fawkes Day, back in
in the UK.
There was a plot to blow up the Houses of Parliament. The 5th of November. Larry, do you know the year? Is it Larry or Malcolm? Malcolm, sorry.
Yep.
5th of November. A plot to blow up the Houses of Parliament.
It was actually.
I can't remember what year.
It was the House of Parliament in London.
Yeah.
And it was a guy by the name of Guy Fawkes, and he was going to put a whole bunch of what do you call that? Gunpowder. Because there's an armory underneath the Houses of Parliament apparently, and he was going to blow up the Houses of Parliament.
It's called the Gunpowder Plot.
Yeah. Failed.
So the Commonwealth, Britain and the Commonwealth would celebrate the 5th of November as Guy Fawkes Day. They'd build big bonfires. We don't do it so much anymore or at all. And have big bonfires and set off firework.
Going back on that, Ruffy is saying that you're allowed to buy but need a license to set them off. He has a live stream going today for a fireworks stand. Well, that's exciting. It is. Where was
16:05. I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah, you are. Stop, please.
I know.
Because Whitney's saying you're allowed to buy them anywhere but can't set them off within city limits. However, people do it anyway. If the police are called and they come, you just hide your stash.
You're talking about fireworks, yeah?
That's how it was when we were in Virginia.
That sounds like
it's illegal to have anything that comes off the ground. Anything you could have, like sparklers, that's fine, but anything that leaves the ground, that's illegal in Virginia. And that's what we would do when we were younger. We would hide the fireworks if we seen a car coming down the road or something.
Because I remember back in the olden days, we used to be able to get firecrackers and set them off.
Yeah.
Can't even do that now.
Malcolm, thank you for filling us in. It's the signing of the Treaty of Waitangi, which is it was a treaty between the whites and the Maori leaders, I believe, and that was the setting up of New Zealand as we know it. Larry says Canada is anniversary of Canadian Confederation, which occurred on the 1st of July, 1867.
Right. Thank you.
And Malcolm also said that Guy Fawkes' year was 1605. That was a good guess.
Yep. Great.
Someone tried to attack your Prime Minister 2 days ago.
What?
Oh, come on. Those things don't happen in Canada.
Really?
Really? Those things don't happen.
Oh, tell us more.
Okay. It was actually his temporary residence. He crashed the gate and had some guns. That's not good. That's not good. We were talking about guns earlier, weren't we, guys?
Was he arrested? Was he actually caught?
You know what they're doing? I'll tell you what they're doing. They're messaging other people while they're talking to us on Facebook.
And eating popcorn all at the same time. I bet you their toes are busy under the table.
But I had to ask him if the Prime Minister is equal to our President because I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it is. Actually, they have the.
What I was doing, I was giving you guys a thumbs up, which everybody else should be doing too.
Indeed.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
That's correct.
No, Prime Minister and a President are two different things. Some countries have both, the Prime Minister and a President.
Yep. And that's, Canada's like us. They've got the Prime Minister and the Queen.
Well, we have a Governor General, which is the Queen's representative.
The Queen's representative, that's right. Well, a Governor General or a Governor, you don't have states like we do. You've got provinces.
Yes, which should be similar to our states.
Yep.
Does Canada have a Queen's representative?
I just told me they do.
I want to hear it from a Canadian.
From a Kanak.
And Ireland has, been charged with 22 offences.
Okay, where is it?
And is a member of the,
He's been charged with 22 offences. He's an active member of the Canadian military.
Oh, he's obviously got a beef. of some sort. Not a moose, but a beef.
Oh, well. Ireland has got both Prime Minister and President. Yeah, but Ireland is not part of the Commonwealth, so to speak. So, therefore, they would have a different setup. Like South Africa's got well, they're still part of the Commonwealth to some extent, but South Africa's got a Prime Minister and a President as well. But then, Malcolm, like you say, I mean, they're not part of still the British, so to speak. Larry says Governor General. They do.
Yep. Okay.
So, guys, if we were to come over there,
Yes.
what would be one of the biggest things that we'd have to see first up?
Where would you take us? It's our first time in the States or in Canada or in New Zealand, wherever you may be. Where would you take a first timer?
We're talking to them.
Well, you can talk to anybody. They're in the States. Anybody.
Probably.
Just forget about that we're here, you know. That's a great question. Depends on what you want to see. Do you want to see something historical, or do you want to see something fun?
I'd like to see something hysterical.
Not hysterical. Historical.
You took the words out of my mouth.
I mean, if you want to see something hysterical, all you gotta do is like talk to Heather.
No.
Just look at each other. That'll be hysterical. I live with an old relic, so
Excuse me. Thank you very much. Relic.
Honestly, there's a lot of things to do, like even in like being from Virginia, right outside Washington, D.C., there's a lot of stuff to see in Washington.
You know what I think they would actually really like? The Natural Bridge.
Yeah, that's in Virginia.
That's one of my favorite places. I really think they would like that.
Well, I know there's natural bridges around, but I know the one that you're talking about is in Virginia.
Mm-hmm. It's a rock formation that made a bridge. It's a natural bridge.
Mm-hmm. It goes over water and everything.
And you
Small
hike
creek.
to it, and then they do like a light show on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
that sounds lovely.
It's really cool. I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing that came to my mind when she asked that. That's probably where I would go first.
Yeah, that's a nice place.
Nice.
I mean, because you have like the Statue of Liberty, you have like Mount Rushmore, you have all those like big places, but I preferred the National Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's a start. Good. Sounds great.
I just wanted to say hello to a couple of people. First of all, Rachel Loves Disney is on board. Hey, Rachel, welcome on
Hey,
board.
Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
Chill.
And we've also got my best mate, Papa Mozo. Sorry for your tardiness. Papa, you're not tardy. I am.
You're just super early.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now we've got people giving us suggestions of where we could go, where they would take us, or suggest, hinted where they would take us, because we're just lob at your doorstep, of course.
Smithsonian Museum being
on the door.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Whitney says she's yet to shoot her guns. Okay. We had a discussion about it earlier on, and just to fill you in, guys, you can't bring a weapon into Australia, whether it's a pair of nunchuckers, which are two Japanese fighting sticks, or a rifle, or whatever you need. You can't bring.
I can take you to a shooting range. How about that?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
No, okay, Sean will go.
It'll be fun. We'll take you.
Fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You shoot this piece of
A
paper.
pop gun.
The kids have BB guns.
Can we leave the pop alone? You know we're not into that fizzy stuff.
Yes.
Now Tammy is telling us that popcorn's not keto.
No, so she can't have any.
I'm sorry. I'm not keto either.
There you go.
The question is, what part of not keto is a popcorn? Because once it's popped, it's really...
I was going to say probably the corn part.
It's corn.
Okay, I'll live with that
Sweet corn.
one.
Mhm.
Ruffy's telling us to go to the Smithsonian
Oh,
Museum.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be good.
Love to do that.
Larry's telling us if we came to Canada, he'd want to show off Jasper National Park, number one thing.
Okay.
Has anybody else been to Jasper National Park?
Will we see bears? And
You know what else is nice? If you come in the fall, Skyline Drive in Virginia.
Yeah.
Really nice.
hang on, the fall. That's another word.
Autumn. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Another, that's a
The
different.
fall.
Okay, fall.
We'd call that autumn.
That's autumn to us. Yep.
Oh, sorry. I
Another
forget you guys don't speak English.
example. Yep. No. All
And
good.
neither do you. Hey, Malcolm says the best two attractions in Christchurch are the Antarctic Centre and Port Hills
The
Gondola. So that looks interesting.
I'm just trying. I think we heard about the gondola
Yeah,
when we were in Christchurch.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I'd love to go to the Antarctic Centre. You lost.
I've lost a mouse.
Oh dear. Yikes.
We usually exterminate mice.
There's a mice. Yes, there's
Oh,
a mouse.
I've
There's
got
a mouse in the house. Oh no.
I've got a mouse plague.
Go there.
There we go.
Yeah, Kaylin got to keep the rat that my snake did not eat.
Yeah, that's interesting. Poor rat.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They'd rather be eaten.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, so there we go. That fixed that one.
Right.
Who else have we
The
got?
mouse has been back.
Yeah. But Rafi says, I'll do Route 66 with you. The wife enjoy it, retreat somewhere. You know what, Rafi? That would be awesome.
And we drive on the right side of the road, too.
Well,
Yes, you're correct. You would be on the right side of the road. We're on the correct side of the road.
are you saying you don't want me on a road trip? Is that what you're saying?
No, he wants to talk about
Scared to get into a car with them. Even if they were driving in their place or whatever, however they drive, whatever, I think I'd still be scared because I would have the mentality of the right thing to do and they're doing the wrong thing. So it's like.
No.
Tammy's having a keto down drink tonight.
Have you been drinking a Jamaican?
I'll get off that one. I don't want to go down that path.
Why not? It's much later now. We can go right down it now.
Yeah. Tammy's having steak, so she'll wait.
Go down that path anytime.
Malcolm says that Rafi is paying him to visit him, but they'd have to fix his garden while you poor sausage, Malcolm. Seriously?
You haven't made that offer to us.
Yeah,
Raphael.
no. Yeah, but he'd know I wouldn't do the garden anyway. Whitney's saying to Tammy, how's the keto been going? Have you ever taken psyllium husks? It's fiber. It fills you up tremendously. It makes you even want to not even want to eat.
Yes. Well, we're doing keto too. Well, we were doing keto. We're sort of taking our foot off a little bit, but anyway.
Hey, Dale, welcome on board. Nice to see you.
Hi, Dale.
The picture in your photo is Natural Bridge on the Gold Coast in the background. Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, that looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, there is a place that we would take visitors who would come here. Certainly take them to Queensland, the Gold Coast.
If we could get out the border.
If we could, well, we're assuming we're post-COVID. And we'd certainly take them as well to the Sunshine Coast.
Yep.
And up further north.
Yep.
To the Barrier Reef.
Larry says grizzly bears, very big mountains, glaciers, elk, bighorn sheep, wolf, mountain goat.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep. what else?
And what about in Florida in particular? Nothing more?
Florida.
Or
Disney.
Yes. Yes, please.
I think Disney.
We'd go to Disney World.
And then maybe Daytona.
Are you going to do it? Bring a Tim?
driving.
Oh,
Yeah, I think driving on the beach is a pretty cool thing.
beautiful. I think we're going for a Tim Tam slam right now. Let's do a successful one. Drink the Tim Tam through the Tim Tam straw. Don't drop it in today, please. You did it.
You didn't see it, so I guess you failed.
I got it.
You got it. And not all over you on the floor this time. Well done. Bravo.
Only I dropped the Tim Tam.
Put that screen.
Oh.
Are we losing you?
Dwight, are you going walkabouts?
Hold on.
I don't know what he's doing.
Ah,
Ooh.
yes, that's the bridge. That's awesome.
Gorgeous.
That's the one in Virginia.
Beautiful. We'll go there. Thank you. Certainly go there. Okay, so we've got some
Yeah,
other.
it was off camera, Sean. See, look, this is right. Like, Raphael.
Well, I managed, but I'm not going to have another one.
So we've got some.
Smithsonian
Yeah.
has a large collection of museums. Always amazes me. It's easy to spend a week there.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
I'd certainly like to go
I
there.
love the Smithsonian.
Washington Monument. Yep. Oh, African.
I think he is.
White House. Yep, beautiful Lincoln Memorial. Would love to see all that.
See, I told you Washington's a nice place to check out.
Yeah. Well, we would need to go.
Papa says Barrier Reef is a wonder of the world. It is. It is a really amazing place. And
A small sample behind us of what we would see there,
absolutely.
except for those two goons in the background under the water.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to be under the sea.
Okay.
Tim Tams.
Okay, very non-keto, by the way, very non-low carb, but anyway.
They're very opposite of keto.
Mm-hmm.
Dale, thanks for showing us your home place. Malcolm, been to Paris Disney? It was bit Mickey Mouse. Yeah, right. I'm sorry, Rafi, that in the share, because we're doing a joint share here with our lovely friends at Us and More, it's very difficult to show you on camera, but Ilana's certainly doing a better job.
She's doing it just fine.
And is
Like she did last time.
yeah, the Tim Tams, the coffee is drunk through the little straw that you make with the Tim Tam, and I'm getting the coffee through now,
Hey, shut up.
but then it gets very soggy.
And then you drop it in the coffee
It's
like
yummy,
I
and
did.
then it drops in.
You got time. You can make it.
Gonna make coffee.
You're supposed to make coffee.
Yeah, but
Wasn't he supposed to make coffee earlier?
You don't know how to push the button on the coffee machine?
well, she makes the espresso. That's what I was going to go for.
Look.
Ah! Yeah,
You put the ground in. You just go.
I didn't
Yeah.
Push the button.
first.
You just push the button.
We're getting feedback from you guys.
You're going to be a
Coffee
pain in my.
grinding now.
Do you really want me to make it? Because you sure? You positive?
Yeah, but now Piper's going to follow me.
That's fine.
Stay.
Okay,
All right,
Yeah,
I'll stay. Can I move?
good on you, Dwight.
He said, can you move?
Please, one.
No, don't move.
We're not being very good hosts. We haven't offered guests coffee.
No, they didn't
We-
offer us any
No,
before
we had to
either.
BYO.
I don't think we did either, so call it good.
Slack
No.
numbers. Okay,
Good
Papa
enough.
says,
You know what if I did? Just go get it. Not you.
Papa says, stay in Alexandria. It's more economical. Eat at Fish Market on King Street. Hashtag Papa knows.
Okay,
Papa knows everything.
trust your advice there.
See, okay, hold on. Take that comment. Papa knows everything. And Papa said, Apple.
Oh, yeah, but the only thing Papa doesn't know is that
Papa
iPhone.
knows.
Yeah. Papa, yeah, okay. Larry says, Great Barrier Reef is a bucket list item for you.
Yeah,
Larry,
we know.
get things off the bucket list.
Yeah, the whole point of the bucket list is to like knock them off before you kick the bucket, not have a list when you kick the bucket.
Dale's saying Springbrook, Tambourine, and Melanie, amazing place.
Yeah.
Melanie, sorry, amazing places to walk and sightsee.
Oh, beautiful.
Absolutely exquisite.
Tambourine Mountain up in the hills there
Yep.
on the Sunshine Coast.
Definitely.
What's the other? Montville, isn't it? Mullaney and Montville. Is that right? Beautiful. I know Perigian Beach quite well.
Larry, you just got to come here and get them.
I want some Tim Tams. Oh, you never know what you wish for. Might come true.
Should try Tim Tam since they are named after me. Yeah, of course. No, they're not named after you, but come and get one. Ilana is Tim Tam Pro. Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Malcolm says to Dale Mitchell, asking if he's in Queensland. And what's the bet? We'll get a response from there. Papa, one of your cardiologists told you that if it tastes good, spit it out. He's the quintessential non-keto guy.
Have we frozen?
No, we're not.
Just checking.
We froze a little bit ago, but it was only for a couple seconds.
Yeah. It's because, you know what it was? I'll tell you what it was. It was a shock that actually...
It's the fact that you're on a Mac? Yeah, I know.
No, it's not. At least we could get our pictures up and working. You can't.
They might be done. I'm sorry. You haven't brought me back in.
My coffee.
You go do that.
I'm going to go and talk to Dwight out in the coffee making
Hey, we
area.
did. Okay, you understand. I'll go look.
Oh, everyone's leaving.
Okay.
Well, Dwight's coming in.
Hang on. Let's check if it's his aftershave.
It must be his aftershave. Or mine, at least. It's the...
Oh,
it's
hang
the flight
on.
path.
Okay, stop buffing your head. You're fine. There we go. You got company. I was just going to meet you, Dwight, in the coffee making area.
Papa says the reflection pool is beautiful in spring cherry blossom season.
Well, the problem is she's hiding all the K-cups from me.
Oh, is she?
Not hide them. I can't even find them. You don't ask the blonde to hide something.
She said you don't ask the blonde to hide anything.
Certain things and like lose them.
Now, tell me something. I want to know, is she a peroxide blonde?
Is she a peroxide blonde? No. She's a real blonde.
Okay.
Strawberry blonde, close enough.
Then I better behave.
She's kind of got that fiery redhead type thing going on.
Well, what can we say? I like this one. Papa says peroxide. I love it.
There you go.
Yeah. So now that we've got rid of the girls, what are we going to talk about them? What discussion should we have about them?
I don't know. I like this guys only chat going on.
Yeah, I like to.
Yeah.
Gives a new meaning to the Downunder Cruisers and us and more, right?
There you go.
Yep.
So I'm going to ask you the same question.
Yep.
Where would you take us if we were to visit Australia?
Again, similar to you, it would depend on the sort of things you would like. Having said,
Did you make it?
oh, shut up! We're going to start when they're back.
Oh, yeah, stop talking about us. Okay.
Did they just time? Did you just time this like perfectly? Did you see
And
that?
it was
Yeah, I know.
Heather and I were having a gossip together.
All right, I'll be right back.
What's that?
That's
Right.
She went out there, but didn't make coffee.
No, I just found the coffee. That's all you asked for.
I was trying to answer Dwight, but now that he's gone, I can't answer him.
He can't answer you now. He had an answer for you for something.
Where would they take us if we were to
Oh. You can drop him off on the side of the road somewhere.
Well, you know, Aussies are quite hospitable.
He'll go find somewhere else.
Welcome on board. Life is good today. Nice to see you coming in.
Okay, I don't know what the conversation was, but I like Tammy's comment. Apparently, you're picking on me, and she goes, "Sean, leave her alone. At least she has hair." Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, I know. I'm casting my eye on what's been discussed.
Yeah, no, I asked Dwight whether you were a real blonde or a peroxide blonde.
A strawberry blonde. This part was bleached. This is real.
Okay. So, okay. Ruffy was trying to protect you, right? And me. Careful. Ilana was behind me. Yep, I know.
There I am behind you. Look.
Yeah, you're right. Boy, is she behind me. She's watching my every move.
No.
Okay, so to answer Dwight,
Hey.
where would we take him? I mean, there's a whole host of things that are worthwhile seeing. And one of the places that we think, or I think is good is up at the Ballarat Gold Mines. There's a place there called Sovereign Hill.
Sovereign Hill.
What it is, it's a playback from way back. So people go there, they dress up in period costume, and you go pan for gold.
Go down the gold
That's
mine.
something I would do.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
We've panned for like gems and stuff. I would totally dress up and do gold. Like I like panning for that stuff. I think it's cool.
You right there?
Yeah. Biscuit and coffee down the throat at the same time.
Okay. Might have to demonstrate some back blows.
You should.
Yeah. Extra hard.
Okay, go ahead if you want to wear it.
When the time is right.
G'day, JNN. Time check, please.
Time check. 12:44 p.m. Saturday, the 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July, folks. Okay, so other places, Ballarat is actually, it's an interesting town, Ballarat. It is steeped in a lot of history. For those that are so inclined, it has the oldest synagogue in Australia, is based in Ballarat. It also was those that are also in the know would know Ned Kelly came from that sort of area at that time. A lot of Melbourne history, technically speaking, Ballarat should have been, or that region should have been Melbourne capital, but or Victorian capital, I should say.
now we're having a real brunch. They all have coffee.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Good on you.
Good on you.
Good on ya.
Good on you.
Let's cheers.
Good on you, guys.
Cheers.
And we brought up Disney earlier, and she's got her Tinkerbell cup, and I got SeaWorld.
And you've got, what have you got?
And I've got Tim Tam.
And I've got the Parthenon.
And
I was looking for us some more cups, but I don't see any.
No, your kid broke one. You could have picked from our assortment of them.
what? And the clown?
Oh, Malcolm's leaving us, actually. Sorry, we're jumping ahead.
Why are you leaving, Malcolm?
Because wife is
What?
home.
Wife's home from work. Got a couple of things to do before traveling to a chat and see you all then.
We'll join you Yes. We'll-
Enjoy your day. We'll probably join you on Two Traveling Tours
we'll
chat.
see you
We'll be there
later.
for a while. So see you later. Thanks for dropping by.
I like your koala.
You like it? It's yours. Can you give it to her, please?
Oh, sorry. I'll take it off and hand it to you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're gonna have to come back to our studio and just put it back on the.
Beam me up, Scotty again. Kangaroo. L'chaim, says Papa Mozo.
Yes, L'chaim to life.
L'chaim to life, indeed. Skol.
Salute.
You know, this coffee's tasting almost like a mocha.
I know, mine does too, strangely enough. Oh, that's because it is.
Yep.
Good on you.
Larry says, after the show, check out this in Google Images. Malign Lake.
Okay, I'm going to write that down. Thank you. Is that obviously something that's worth seeing?
You moved it.
People are saying Line. I hope I've said it right. Line Lake.
Right there.
Okay,
Oh, wow,
so
that's so pretty.
I'm going to look at. Oh, okay. Someone's already had a look.
So pretty. You want to see it?
we'll have a look later.
Oh,
Well, fine. I don't want to show you now.
All right, be like that then. See if I can.
You didn't want to see it.
Saves me. Okay, I'm going to. I'm looking for it now. Malign. Oh, in Alberta, Canada.
That's so pretty.
Look at that.
Oh, now I've got to find it, and then I've got to put it up and share the
Wow.
screen.
That's all right.
Life's
That is so pretty. I would totally go there.
I would like to see Lake Louise and Banff at some stage.
So, because it's on the foothills and the mountains, is it always cold there?
It's Canada. What do you think?
I don't know.
Oh,
Canada's cold.
Canada. Oh, Canada.
Oh, they froze.
Oh,
We're not.
No, we didn't.
Now you're
You're
good.
good.
Yeah, we just had a screen come up.
what are we looking at there?
Yeah, but I'm just trying to shut some stuff down so that I could actually take a picture of what everybody's looking at.
That's
It's
what.
so pretty.
That's what happens when you run a MacBook.
I know. That's what I said.
Hey, Pot, stop calling the kettle black.
Larry's worked in that park 2 summers in a row. Well, what a glorious place that would be to work. Gorgeous. Sorry, my nose is a little bit trippy today.
As long as it's only your nose.
Papa Mozo, it's called Ballarat. BALLARAT.
That's another thing that they do.
Ballarat.
What?
That double stuff.
Yes, it is.
What double stuff?
Double L.
Name. Oh,
The spelling.
yes.
It's because, and I know why. It's because you Yanks are too basic to actually spell.
Well, they have got words.
I'm assuming that's what it means. Like flat line.
Oh, we're going to
And
write.
then you're going to make some
I'm going
smart
to
aleck
write the
comment.
word.
So-
Papa Mozo.
Oh, yeah, that's
Mozo asks,
I'll write
what
it.
town houses the oldest synagogue, please? Ballarat.
I'm going to- For him.
Ballarat. It's over 100 years old. This is Stephen. I can tell this is Stephen. Steak time, yay, yummy in the tummy, squash, and Brussels too. That's Stephen. Loves his.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess Steven's not having any Jamaicans.
no, he's not.
No, he gave them to his wife.
Okay.
He gave the Jamaicans to Tammy.
He's very generous, isn't he?
Yes,
A little too generous, I guess.
I think so too.
Reminds me of the movie Life of Brian.
I don't know.
I can't remember specifically.
Not that bad.
I've got a very great friend in Rome.
Oh, yes. Okay.
The rabbit's looking at the dog.
Oh, that sounds.
Larry is talking about Banff and Lake Louise is quite touristy, and they have wildlife fences along the highway. In Jasper National Park, it is more wild animals constantly walking across the highway. By the way,
Still sounds gorgeous.
By the way, Dwight, one of the things I would suggest you do is get into Sydney Harbour.
Sydney Harbour.
Oh, yes.
And if you can, if you are able to, climb the bridge.
Yeah, your dad was talking about doing that.
I'll do it.
Walking up that bridge and then like
I'll do it.
going to your death.
Ilana is saying she has to go. See you guys next week. Happy 4th, maybe next year. Be a healthier, happier one. Amen.
Yeah.
See you later, Alana.
Bye, Ilana.
Yes, Papa. It's near. It is Ballarat near Melbourne.
It's just a couple of hours.
Couple of hours
sort of,
drive.
what, northwestish.
Yeah,
Couple hours drive on the wrong side of the road.
Yep.
On the right, on the
correct side of the road.
On the correct side of the road, of course. It's you people who have got it all wrong.
Absolutely.
Right.
Of course.
I mean, why else have we got this screen mirror imaged? Because they've got it wrong. They've got the,
Technically, it's the same.
okay. Right. Would we take them to the Great Ocean Road if they were to come here?
yeah.
Go
That
for a
would be,
drive as well?
if they could handle being on the correct side of the road.
Oh, yes.
No, see, I couldn't let you guys drive me. You come here and I'll drive you. How about that?
No.
Yes,
You're
yes, yes.
You're going to get in the car with us, and we're going to take you down the Great Ocean Road and
Oh,
show you.
And
No,
you'd be on the
I'm a
side
good
of the
driver.
And we would show you the house on the single concrete stump.
the stilt house.
Yep.
The pole house, it's called, actually.
Really?
Yes.
It sits right on the off the rock face.
It's a house that stands on a single pole.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that.
Amazing. It's very well known. We'll take you out there on the Great Ocean Road.
Wouldn't do it.
Yes, you would.
You would.
You'd have no choice.
That's correct.
Otherwise, you're not going anywhere.
That's right.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to lock you up. Where else? Adelaide is actually quite a pretty city.
Now we're having a family reunion up here.
As well as,
If you like wine and food.
yep.
Oh, right.
That's not Garfield.
No, that one's Bunny.
Bunny. Hello, Bunny.
What else? Probably Brisbane as well. Brisbane is an interesting city to look at.
You talking to me?
Huh? What?
Well, that's a really good.
Okay, now here's one here, right, guys?
Oh, hang on.
Papa is correct.
No, well, actually, sorry, I'm saying no. As a Hebrew speaker and reader,
It's done from right to left.
Hebrew is
Therefore,
Hang on.
You're
We're talking about English here.
well,
no, but it doesn't matter.
Because
Because
reading-
in Hebrew, you read from right to left.
Yeah, but then in Chinese you read from top to bottom.
In
Yeah.
Chinese, in English, you read from top to bottom.
no.
Maybe not in Australia.
Yeah, but
What did you do it bottom to top?
horizontally, not vertically.
But in Japanese and Chinese, it's also right to left. Like they start at the end of the book and go forward.
But it's vertical. Now, I've always wanted, we drive a manual.
So first gear is left.
But I
left.
also drive an automatic.
We drive a manual now. That would be interesting. And the gear's on in the same position
First is left and up, and
away from you.
yeah,
Yeah.
but for them it's towards them and up.
Oh. And with the feet. What foot do you use for the accelerator?
Same as you guys.
Right?
They call that the gas.
The gas pedal.
Yeah, the right.
The right foot.
Use the right foot for everything.
No.
Okay, no, same. Okay.
Well, the shifter you would use the left.
The
but-
shifter would be still on the right.
Your clutch.
Left for
Okay.
you guys, but on the right for us.
Okay, repeat after me. Clutch.
Clutch.
The clutch.
That's better.
Foot on the clutch.
Foot on the clutch. That's left.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cat does not like fireworks,
No,
apparently.
Cat didn't like the fireworks just now.
We got a new member here.
Not a cold nurse Nancy.
Hello.
And look,
Hello there.
and look at the next comment. She's having a double whammy.
You missed our live, so therefore we had to come here.
Yeah.
Actually, there are 6 of us here now, right now.
Oh, yeah, there are.
That way.
Oh wait, no, it would be
I
no, the screen.
It's like this.
No, like the screen. You just go this way.
Papa asks a very good question. Have you been to Ayers Rock or Uluru? No,
Unfortunately,
neither
no.
of us.
Would love to be there one day.
Yeah, maybe when this thing is over.
We'd love to travel the Red Centre.
Okay, so Papa says we are none of us Hebrew.
Well, a couple of us here are.
Yeah, we are.
I'm surprised.
I speak Hebrew. I speak and read Hebrew.
Nurse Nancy says, I know, meant to apologize for missing your live stream, Heather. So
It's okay, I'm just picking on
It's
you.
okay. No,
You know what?
You're busy.
maybe we should get Nurse Nancy to do 100 push-ups.
No, I would never do
No.
that to her.
Not to her.
Not even on top of a mannequin.
Only Blaine.
Okay, we can do that. We can have her do that.
Okay. Blaine will do 100 push-ups though.
Don't you
Yeah,
qualify
but she can do it on a mannequin.
Heather did.
the mannequin?
I got it.
Um,
I even went like I got it.
oh, Life is Good Today is leaving
They're
us.
leaving us, yes.
So thank you for joining us. Life is
Indeed.
Good Today. We hope you have a very pleasant evening and a great 4th of July tomorrow.
Yes. Happy holiday.
Yeah,
Papa,
it was cool that you
people-
both did each other's lives. We gotta go to bed now. Okay, sorry, I had to
Wait.
read it. You didn't post it.
They're already celebrating here. I tell you, I hear it everywhere.
Oh, there we go.
then.
That's what you read?
Yeah.
One step ahead of me. It was cool that you both did.
Thanks, you had to go.
All right. Nurse Nancy says, hey there, Life is Good Today. You get some good sleep for that hard-working nurse. I work my day today. Yep. Let me say, those of you in the medical field and all those essential workers, we appreciate your service. Thank you very much. We wish that your 4th of July is going to be a very easy one, not a stressful one.
Mm.
Papa loves the mannequin bit. Yep. Well, you got to practice on something. Nurse Nancy, no, I don't want to revive a mannequin. They don't come back to life, and it's exhausting. Hey,
Sorry.
hey, Nancy, I'll tell you what. I've been practicing on one particular mannequin for the last 7 years, and I still can't get it to walk out
Well,
unassisted.
well, particularly as it's armless and legless too, so that doesn't help.
Larry thinks he's been
He's gonna go to work,
didn't
and that
breathe either.
mannequin is going to be in a different position somewhere else.
And blue, quite blue. I'd be quite worried if it did get up and walk out the door.
Yeah, I would be too.
Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up while you're here.
Yeah, absolutely. How are we sitting at the moment? Anybody got a count?
11,
How many are
14
watching?
here?
14.
14 watching and only 11.
Where are the other 3?
Yes, come on, where are you? I'm watching.
We got
So-
your number.
Yeah. So, guys, you've moved around. You've lived in a couple of states. Which is your best state by far?
Florida.
Florida.
Why?
Because it's
It's like paradise. It's
It's
like always
paradise.
being on vacation. It's really
when I
lovely.
was growing up, we did vacations to Florida, and I always said I wanted to live here, but I never thought I could be able to afford it. And
It's really, I mean, because
It
what
is.
it is like you take a pay cut,
You
but
do
then
take a pay cut.
but then you realize like the cost of living is so much cheaper. Like the housing is cheaper, everything else is cheaper. So like it
Let's put
really
it this
kind of
way.
balances out.
I lived an hour away from my work when I was in Virginia, and it would
Yep.
take me 2 hours to get home.
Wow.
But here, I'm only 20, 25, 30 minutes at the latest from work.
Yeah. And you don't have a lot of traffic.
And I'm home and eating dinner before I would have been home eating dinner at the other place.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
what made you then decide to move to Fort Myers? You could have picked anywhere else in Florida.
My parents moved down here first, so I think that's what we ended up deciding, just to
Yep.
follow them.
But I think I also kind of knew I didn't want anything like big city.
Yeah, I didn't want-
I didn't want like Miami.
I didn't
or
want
Dade
East
or-
Coast of Florida because it's just everybody goes to the East Coast.
Yeah.
Of Florida.
We definitely knew the West Side.
But I didn't
Because-
want to be in Tampa or anything like that. So
Because I think when we helped your parents, like looking around, I think this is generally where we were telling them to go because this is kind of where we would have wanted to go. So I think that's like really it because we didn't want anything city-wise. We didn't want anything busy, and we didn't want something that was going to be too populated, like Miami or Dade. So I think that's kind of why this side.
Welcome, Sean and KC on vacay mode. Guys, we're busy doing a joint with Us and More, talking about, well, they mutilated us earlier on, so we're busy talking about life in the US and a little bit about their story, an opportunity for us to share each other's lives. So welcome on board. If you were to do it again, Sean and KC are saying we just popped up, had a watch party watching Hamilton play the play. It was wonderful. Awesome.
We can't wait to see that. Hopefully next year here in
Yep.
Australia.
Yeah. So, in some ways, guys, you've done exactly what we've done. We live probably about 7-minute walk to my parents. My sister lives about 10-minute drive away from us. Keeping the family close together, I believe, is an important thing. What about you guys?
I think so. Maybe we ended up being too close to my parents, but I love them.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're just too close. But I don't think I would have done anything different.
I mean, the kids really like having your parents here.
Yeah, and they're actually in the process of trying to move a little bit further away, probably about 50 minutes away from us, which is fine.
Yeah.
But it does give us a little bit more of a breathing room.
There comes a time when you do need breathing from the parents.
Yeah, but then as they get older, I think it's quite comforting for them to know that you're
Right.
close by.
And when they moved down here originally, and nobody else was here, I mean that in my thinking,
They were constantly visiting Virginia because
well, they came back to Virginia several times before we even came down, and it was just it didn't make sense for them to be by themselves with absolutely basically no family here.
Yep.
Because we all were 18 hours away. We would have took us 18 hours to drive here.
So then the next question I've got is how did cruising get into this game?
I've always loved cruising.
Yeah, I mean, because my first cruise with the kids was in Baltimore, so we cruised out of Baltimore before we even cruised out of Florida.
Yeah.
So I don't know, so it's funny because I never wanted to join the Navy because I was afraid of the ocean. I loved the ocean. I loved the water. I loved everything about the ocean, but I didn't want to be in the ocean because I thought, like, if it goes down, I'm going to get eaten by a shark. Okay, that's what I honestly believed. So I was like, I'm not going on a boat. I'm not doing it. And he convinced. It took a lot of convincing for him to get me on a ship. I mean, and even then, up to the point I was even on the ship, and I was still like having anxiety issues.
Just think, we got on the Carnival Pride. That was her first ship, and it's nowhere near as big as like.
Yeah, and it was small, and that was my other thing is I'm really claustrophobic, so I'm like
the Davina.
Thinking about being on a ship in the middle of nowhere, like really kind of got I was having.
But it looked big to you, so that's what mattered.
Yes, when we got there. Yeah. Pictures and everything leading up to that point was not that big. In my head, I'm like, crap, what am I doing? So it literally, like, but once we got on it and once we walked around, I was like somewhat okay. Once we were leaving, I was having a lot of anxiety. And then once we were out in the ocean, then that's when it was different. You know, especially seeing all the wildlife that we did. We got to see like turtles, we saw sharks, we saw dolphins, and then fish. So like it was pretty cool. So it took a lot of sitting to get me onto the ship, but then once I was on the ship, I was okay.
Larry's backing you up. He says shark fear sounds familiar. Let me say this, guys. Here in Oz, yes, we do have our sharks, but more importantly, we got our shark nets, so you're safe.
Okay.
Unless you're a whale.
Well, the likelihood of anything taking you in the water's very, very slim.
Well, you've got to be in the right place to be taken in.
It's the jellyfish and everything else.
That's correct. That's correct.
I went on 2 previous cruises before her, which is when I was, I was maybe 20 when I went on the Disney Wonder, and then the Serenade of the Seas. Right when we met, I had already made the reservations to go on the ship. So I had to leave her. She was upset, but I had to leave her. She was afraid that I was gonna like die out at sea.
I did. I had anxiety about ships, and he left me. We were supposed to be getting married, and he left me.
So you know what? Your story is not a lot different to ours. We just met, and Ilana went off to Korea.
Really?
Yeah.
Skype is a wonderful thing.
Well, I had a
hold on. So
anyway.
he had called the phone company to make sure that he can make phone calls, right? And they said, yes, you can make the phone calls, it's no charge, whatever. So when he came back, because we called all night, or we were on the phone all the time, and
don't do it. Don't do it.
His bill was so high.
It was over $1,000.
Wow. Well, yeah. I found
they took it down though, because
I think I ended up paying after I talked them, begging them to basically,
because they told him otherwise.
They did tell me that it was,
and there was a record of it.
So I think I ended up paying like $250.
Still.
Yep. So
don't ever use the phone on the ship.
So now every time we go on the ship, before the ship even takes off from the port, we're like, turn them off now.
Yep.
Yeah, well, the best lesson I figured out was using Wi-Fi on the ship. WhatsApp is a great tool.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's how we communicated.
Now, Papa Mozo knows something about our sea life.
Venomous creatures.
The irukandji.
Mm.
Yeah, that can kill you.
Not nice. Not nice at all. Oh, we've had some interesting little chats happening. There was mention going just off cruising for a sec about the gears of a car and all that in the meantime. Just some other things. Nancy wanted to ask a question about left-handed up a bit, I think. Shifting happens with your left hand in Australia. Yes.
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 You the gear stick or the shift, whatever you call it, is on the left-hand side.
And using the same feet, right for accelerator and brake, left for clutch.
Yeah.
Because I think Raphael asked that question too.
Yeah. And first gear is left and up, and sixth or fifth is extreme right and up, and then reverse is whichever way you want to.
Depends on the make of the car. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, people are recommending Hamilton. Yep. Can't wait for that.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so now the next question, guys, for those of us that are not fully aware. So what do you guys obviously don't eat, sleep and drink cruising 25 hours a day. You've got to figure out a way to actually pay for the cruising. So what do you guys do for crust?
For crust.
Come on, speak
Come
Aussie.
on, what's wrong? What do you do for crust?
I make those.
Think about it.
Crust.
I'm a service technician.
That's cool.
So I drive around fixing shit. So
Coffee.
stuff.
Coffee.
Stuff.
Thanks. He's my coffee man.
Coffee stuff.
Coffee stuff.
Fixing coffee
And he
stuff.
doesn't even want to make a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Well, that's hard to do when you have no coffee to make.
There's a box right there. All you had to
Yeah,
do is
there
look
is.
at it. All I did was open up the cabinet, looked in, grabbed the box, put it on the counter.
Nurse Nancy says hashtag fixing ship.
Fixing ship, see? Perfect.
Now he installs them, he fixes them, he takes them away from people who don't want to pay for it.
Yeah. Do repos.
You also do water coolers, right?
Mhm.
So
That is a busy time right now, especially with it being so hot.
Oh, yeah. Especially here in Florida. It's hot all the time.
Yep.
I
What about you, Heather?
make the babies.
You're a baby maker?
I'm a baby maker.
Okay.
Please explain.
Those the reborns. They're dolls, and I paint them. There's not. I mean, can you grab one of the real looking ones, not one of the dead looking ones?
You want a dead one?
Not a dead one. Oh, you're gonna bring the big one.
A zombie baby. Wow.
So this is a toddler size one. You have
Gorgeous.
to- Shh. Okay, so this is a toddler
You
size.
get a thanks one.
That
And
is
then I make the baby ones.
wow.
I can just see the resemblance.
I know, right? The cuteness.
Yeah.
Nancy's asking how a baby's made.
No,
Nancy,
Nancy,
you're a nurse.
you're a nurse. You should know better than that.
Do we have to explain?
I was wanting one of the cute babies.
Oh,
one of the-
sorry.
Not the cute toddler. No, not that one. Okay, fine. This one, okay, so when it comes to the hair, I literally have to root each piece individually into the head.
You
I
have to
take a needle and I literally
Pardon? What do you have to do?
I take the needle and I literally put a piece of hair in at each time.
Right,
Oh,
thank you.
okay.
Okay.
That's it. You said something else, and we just wanted to make sure you.
Right. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways. Wow, creepy. Larry says they're creepy.
Yep. And Papa Mozo said crust of bread.
Crust of bread.
Hercules bread and butter.
Yeah. Oh, we use that expression too.
But Aussies tend to be lazy, right?
Yeah, well, we
Right.
need to pop everything up and abbreviate it. So,
Yeah. It's a crust.
Everything.
Even
So
driving along by the road.
so Heather, you're saying that is how babies are made then?
Heather, you got a compliment. Nancy says you're an artist. Love how you talk about the details of your babies and especially those memorable babies.
Yeah, I make a lot of the memorial
Yeah.
babies. Those ones are a little harder. I've had a lot of people they'll give me a picture and I have to basically create a baby that looks like their baby that passed. I do pretty good. I will say that, like, the resemblance is like uncanny, but it's hard, especially because knowing they're expecting something that looks so similar to what they've lost, and you have to fill that void. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
hard. I usually with those ones, it usually takes me a little bit longer because I try to become so particular with them.
But you know what? You are a very talented person. The way your drawings, like for example, you did our logo, and the way you did the logo, amazing. Like we were absolutely.
Hey, Sean.
Thank you,
Sean.
Yep.
Don't make her head explode. Okay.
Not to make your doorways wider.
Yes.
Do I?
She's gonna have to turn her head sideways to get through there.
I think she deserves all the praise she gets.
Let me say, mate, there are times when it's called happy wife, happy life.
Take note. Take note. Do we write them out for you? I'll send them to you via text.
Sherry Awesome Sunsets is saying hello.
Sherry Awesome. How are you, Sherry? Welcome on board. Nice to see you.
Just saying hello to everybody, to us and more.
It's nice to see you on board coming into the chat. We've got us and more on board with us today. Happy 4th of July. I know we're ahead of you. So we're wishing you a happy 4th of July.
Oh, we're almost there.
Yeah.
Oh, we are almost there.
Yeah, you are almost there. Do we keep you going?
I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah.
I don't sleep.
Yeah, I know, but your husband?
Oh,
He's usually in bed by
I
now.
might just pass out right here. Who knows?
Yeah. Is that you or the dog?
That's the dog.
That's the dog. But it does sound a lot like him whining.
Okay.
Papa says, Nancy, 3 storks flew together 21 years ago. Yep. I don't know which 3, though.
There's 3 girls.
Okay. I got that.
Triplets.
There's triplets. Yes.
Nancy got 3 storks, but they were more spread out in deliveries. It's because you didn't pay the tax bill at the time.
Actually, Nancy, it's lovely to meet your family during the week.
Yes.
On your live
On
stream.
your live stream, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Nancy, you know what? You should do more lives. You really should.
I know. Well, she's doing, she's alternating lives with Dave and Brandy. So every Tuesday at 9, or every other Tuesday at 9, they're switching with Dave and Brandy from now on. So she just went live last week. This week.
This past Tuesday.
So next week will be Dave and Brandy, and then it'll be her again.
Actually, talking about next week, folks, for those that don't know, we are doing a cruisathon. Heather, you've done an amazing job to get the cruisathon up and running.
Yes.
Along with Chris. The cruisathon is for Edna and her husband, Harry, is that right?
Al.
Yeah, Al. Mr. Yeah.
Al.
Yeah, Al, who's actually suffering from
Pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
This is actually his second spout with it, so.
Yeah, that's not good. So what we're looking at doing is having that cruisathon run 24 hours. Have we got all the spots filled?
So, yes.
Oh.
Except for yes.
Yes, we do.
You have to think about it.
Yes, because I just filled the 5 o'clock, and now every spot is filled.
Oh, good on you.
Good on
So,
you.
I love that.
awesome.
That's my favorite phrase. That's my favorite Australian phrase.
So next week will be a great weekend for tuning in.
Yes. There'll be some interesting things going on, I believe. Interesting discussions.
Lots of new, different people, maybe some new faces as
I
well.
know that we're being lined up for something. I don't know what that Heather person's got organised for us.
Well, soon we'll be surprised.
Don't feel bad. I don't know what's organized for me.
He just
But you-
got added to the group.
Guys.
We've done everything, and he just got added to the
You've
group.
seen my comment.
Mate, let me say, I feel sorry for you.
I
You-
feel sorry for me too.
You just float in there and she pushes you around.
She's like a bully.
Oh.
I am not.
What do you mean,
Hang
like?
on, punch him a bit harder. I'm not a bully.
And
That's my wife.
the slap.
Well,
Okay.
I'm waiting on seeing Kimberly's treatment of Neil. Hashtag hit him again. No. Oh yes, Nancy's
I like that one.
Nancy's ultimate statement.
Man up.
Jeez. See, I am being mistreated tonight.
Oh no.
Oh,
They can pick on it.
Goodness me. Whitney says to Papa Mozo, Joey is her brother's name, Dad is JR, Grandpa is Joseph, even my great-grandpa was Joseph. Goodness me, Whitney. That's confusing. You look at one and go, hey, Joe, and all five of them turn around.
Whitney said, poor Dwight.
Yeah, I know. She's feeling sorry for him.
Sarcastic. Aw, poor Dwight.
She's being,
Hold it. I got the perfect thing for this.
she's being sincere.
No.
You're being a
Oh, no. She's got it.
world's
The world's
smallest
smallest
violin.
violin.
Oh, yes.
There you go. Just for you.
You know what, folks? I find that this is an amazing tool. We sit in a room in cold Melbourne. You sit in a room in lovely Fort Myers, Florida,
Yeah.
and we have people from all around the world sitting in and joining in with our chat. I think that's absolutely awesome and amazing. Appreciate every moment we have together with people like you guys. Wow.
Nancy says, we're just trying to encourage you, Dwight. That's what family is good for.
Yes,
Correct, Nancy. Encourage. That's the word.
that's what family is for.
Indeed.
Encouraging you
Mm-mm-mm.
to man up.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you for using open hand.
No problem.
We say man up, but we
wrong.
say man up. Why don't we say womaning up?
Because there's a man in it.
Woman up.
Woman up.
But there's man in the middle of woman.
We should. Yes. We have menopause because you drive us to that.
Right?
What? Pause.
Yes. Pause and
like the bathroom says women, it's actually whoa men.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, now,
You know you're in the wrong place.
Dwight,
Yes, dear.
karate lesson. The minute that hand comes in, just raise your hand up a touch. That's called a block.
I think you're gonna teach him something that's gonna hurt me. I'm blocking over here.
Nancy,
I don't know how to take this.
I like
I like taking over the doors.
Womaning up.
I like Nancy's comment here.
Yes,
Womaning up, too many syllables.
agree. But her next comment is even more. Yep. Absolutely correct. Exactly.
Okay. Nancy,
You can skip over that one, Sean. Yeah.
Yes, Papa Mozo, indeed. Treasure each moment.
Nancy says may need some of our footage to talk about cruising next Saturday. That's Rafi talking to Nancy. So yeah, there's plenty of footage from everywhere to talk about cruising. We could talk about other things too. You know that.
Yeah.
Like what?
Let
Yeah.
me see.
Cricket.
Cricket.
Cricket?
Rugby.
Did you say cricket? That really interesting game that can go on for like 4 days and be a draw after 4 days. Yeah.
Tammy has said that Stephen did a good job grilling. Now her belly is full as a tick. Now
Sounds like he did other good jobs too by giving.
we've got a bit of a challenge here because a tick is a tiny, small little thing. How could your belly be full as a tick?
Because it fills up with blood. A tick.
Now, Nancy's going, better watch out. I'm going to kick her off. No, no, I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that.
No, I just get you to do push-ups.
Oh, never do that.
What? Get her to do push-ups?
No. Why would you do that?
Whitney has amateur footage of the NCL escape and the NCL getaway been sitting in the GoPro since 2016. Man, I'd like to see that. Okay, get on with what, Tammy?
I always tell Sean, get with it, man. Get with it. It's just the it. We're not quite sure what it is, though. It. 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 Oh, it, yes. That very good.
Or as Larry says.
Yes, dear.
Yeah.
If you know what side you're breathing. Bloody tick. As in, you mean a bloody tick or a bloody tick?
Well, that's what we do in paperwork, right?
It all depends on the emphasis or the emphasis.
Especially when I'm marking paperwork, it's not a bloody tick, it's a bloody tick. Yeah, well.
Papa Moses says, I'm not as full as a tick. Humph. Well. Oh, no, a rumph.
Oh, well. Folks, I hope you've had as great a day as we've had. Let's look at men's thumbs to learn the real score. Yes.
Mm.
And Whitney says, Life Adventure Show, when are you going to upload your cooking vlogs? Your food would always look delicious on Polo. And she's right.
Mm. Mm.
You know, Stephen is also a really good artist.
Yeah, I know he's a good artist. He's done some good stuff there.
Yeah, and he needs to show that off more too.
Yeah.
I know that he doesn't think that he is, but he really is.
But isn't that the sign of a good artist, Heather?
I don't know. I'm not one.
Very humble.
Being humble.
She's not one.
No, she's not one at all, right?
No.
We only have our logo, your logo, whatever other drawings you decide to put up in front of us.
Yeah, always fabulous.
You're talented as. You and Stephen need to both do something on a channel or something.
Mm.
Just wait until the anchor is done in our room.
Check Tammy's Timeless Tales too, by the way.
Yep. That's what Tammy says. Mm. Check out her Timeless Tales.
Tammy's Timeless. Yep.
Folks, if you wouldn't mind, those of you that are creators, just do a hashtag create.
Oh, we forgot to do that.
Yeah, you did. But that's okay.
Well, he's covered it for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Can you please do hashtag create so that we can advertise you, and hopefully some of you guys will actually be in the cruisathon with us next week. One from Ruffy, one from Tammy. So there's Tammy's Life Adventure Show.
I like the problem Moses said. Artist's talent is the pure form of expression.
Yeah,
yes,
it is
terrific. Absolutely.
Whatever your talent and your art is.
I don't know who this Us and More crowd are, but they're creators as well.
Thank you, J&N.
I heard they're really awesome.
Yeah, I think everybody should really go check them out.
Yeah. J&N Travels have a great channel as well. Sherry, nice to see you.
Lovely.
Papa Mozo, almost 100 subscribers and never made a video.
I love it.
You know what? You're beginning to sound like Blaine.
Right.
Hey, Papa Mozo, as soon as you hit 100 subscribers, you can make your URL on your YouTube.
That's correct.
Papa Mozo knows.
It should be like Papa Knows.
Or vlog father.
Vlog.
Larry.
Travelers,
Yep.
thank you.
Lovely.
Good.
You've got some really great stuff there, Larry.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff there.
Yes.
Papa, hashtag singer, hashtag musician. Hashtag.
Hashtag Papa knows.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say know-it-all, but Sherry Awesome has a laugh out loud with us. Nancy, hashtag cruising vlogs still. Yes.
I like watching her vlogs.
Yep. I do too.
Love the
Whitney loved the vlog father. Yeah.
The vlog father came from selling with TD and K.
Yeah.
TJ came up with it, and I think it's the
excellent.
perfect
I love it.
explanation for what Papa Mozo is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely. Well,
All right.
it's time for us to go and do our stuff, and I want to thank both Heather and Dwight from Us and More
Yeah.
for coming on board our
Thanks for having us.
Lovely to have you.
It's been a pleasure having you guys on board with us.
And it's nice to have been had.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Now there's the door, and stay out.
Okay.
Leave the silver behind, thank you.
Can we teleport out?
Teleport.
Beam me up.
You ready?
Beam me out.
Got your
Yeah,
passport.
ready?
Grab each other. Pass through the borders. Have a good weekend. Have a very happy 4th of July, guys.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
too.
Happy weekend.
And
And bye now.
take care.
Bye.
Ciao.
Yes, I am.
Take care, folks.